I think everyone has heard about the Himalayan countries like Nepal, China or Pakistan. But I'm sure you cannot tell the last one, Bhutan. Do you know that this country is home to the highest unclimbed mountain in the world? Or this is the country which doesn't have a railway system at all? If I brought your interest, let's get started. We joined the story when the colonizer British left India and also Bhutan in 1947. China threatened Bhutan, which went closer to India. So, India developed its influence towards this little country. It gave some plain lands, which is a big word. Beside that, its country is 97% covered with the Himalayas. While in 1950, China annexed Tibet. Therefore, Bhutan strengthened its north border. That was the point when something started to change in Bhutan. It started very slowly. Paved roads appeared in the country and its national airport's construction started. As the years gone, newer and newer developments arrived, such as forming a new modern school system or establishing the foundation of democracy. But in the political life, not everything went perfectly. Like in 1964, the Prime Minister was murdered by the other political parties. And a year later, a failed assassination attempt against the king also happened. As the years came, things normalized. And finally, in 1975, Bhutan joined the United Nations. So it stepped huge towards to become a modern country. Fun fact that just at the end of 1999, the government accepted the television broadcasting and allowed its citizens to access the internet. But this couldn't have happened without India's investments, which was good for both countries. For Bhutan, because it became stronger, and it was also useful for India, because still today Bhutan plays as a buffer zone between India and China. After we got its 20th century done, let's see 8 interesting things about it. First, unclimbed mountains. This country is home to the highest unclimbed mountain, the Gakhar Penzum, with its 7,570 meters. The locals think if someone climbs this mountain, he will get unlucky throughout his entire life. But in the end of the 20th century, 3 attempts happened to climb it, but all 3 failed. And to preserve the pristine nature of the peaks, Bhutan banned the mountaineering in 2003. Second, lack of usual things. Inside this country, there are no traffic lights at all, because there are not a significant amount of cars, so this is still not a problem. And Bhutan is one of the 7 countries in the world which doesn't have a railway system at all. Third, average altitude. Its capital city, Thimphu, is located at a quite high altitude, 2,344 meters above sea level, which brings it up to the 6th highest capital in the list. But it is not unusual in this country because its average altitude is 3,200 meters, which is astonishing. Fourth, eco-friendly country. In the 21st century, reducing air pollution is very important for almost every country, and for Bhutan too. But it is the only country in the world that absorbs more carbon dioxide, 7 million tons, than it releases, 2 million tons. Fifth, the country of national parks. For Bhutanese, nature conservation is very important. So, Bhutan has 5 big natural parks. which are as huge as the 1/3 of the country, and their living world is quite diverse. The red panda, the Asian elephant, and even the Bengal tiger live there. 6. Its people. Its population is divided into two ethnic groups. First, Bhutanese 50%, and second, 35% Nepalese, and the rest 15% other. There are some conflicts between these ethnic groups, but usually they live in peace together. 7th, rural life. The majority of the inhabitants live in rural areas, about 65%, and the other 35% live in cities, which is the complete opposite of other countries like the US, UK or India. 8th, its airport. Bhutan has only one airport, which is the Paro International Airport. This airport is quite interesting because to land on it as a pilot you need to have a specific qualification, because its runway is only 1,200 meters long, and to even reach that you have to zigzag between mountains, but it can only happen during the day for safety reasons. And last but not least, daily life. Bhutan is the 4th happiest country on earth, and it didn't happen by chance, because the king of Bhutan stated in 1970, gross national happiness is more important than gross domestic product. So the country's development is very influenced by this happiness index, which includes living standards such as health or education. Other countries should adopt this mindset, but because of other political tensions are more important for politics than their people's happiness, they won't do that. In my opinion, this is one of the last authentic places on the earth, and a lot of countries should take it as an example of how it works and how its people live there. And now we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button below and subscribe. I was Aaron. Bye.